Lagos, Nigeria's economic capital, was drowned in darkness. It was 8:35 p.m., and thousands of people were busy with their own lives. In the middle of it all, a gleaming machine took off from the runway of Murtala Muhammad International Airport. Bellview Airlines Flight 210. A plane carrying 117 lives. Some were going home, some were traveling for work, and some were probably flying to Abuja for the first time. The weather looked smooth, the sky seemed clear, but no one had any idea that this journey wouldn't last long. Just 10 minutes later, no emergency, no distress call, a blinking dot suddenly disappeared from the radar screen. Air traffic control was stunned. People on the ground began asking, "Where did that plane go?" And that's where a story of search and mystery began. A story that shook all of Nigeria. Bellview Airlines was a Nigerian private airline started in 1992. At one time it was counted among the country's most trusted carriers. The aircraft flying to Abuja that day was a Boeing 737-200, a model designed in the 1970s, later replaced by the modern 737 Next Generation series. But Bellview was still using the older fleet. That aircraft was already 22 years old. Aviation experts often say, maintaining old aircraft is extremely challenging. On board that evening were just 6 crew members, 2 cockpit crew, the captain and first officer, and 4 cabin crew, responsible for the 111 passengers and the safety demonstration. At around 8:35 p.m., Lagos Airport's control tower gave Flight 210 domestic clearance. It was a scheduled domestic flight, Lagos to Abuja. Distance around 450 kilometers. Duration about 50 minutes. Before takeoff, the pilots got the final weather update. The report said scattered thunderstorms in the Lagos region. Visibility moderate. The sky wasn't clear, but flying was technically possible. The Nigerian Meteorological Authority gave the green signal, and ATC gave standard route clearance. Instructions from the tower, Flight 210, cleared for takeoff from runway 18L. Climb to flight level 240, proceed, direct, LOS, VOR. Then route to Minna, then Abuja. It was October 22nd. Lagos weather was bad that night. Thunderstorms and lightning all around. Still, Flight 210 was cleared for takeoff. The plane taxied slowly on the runway. The engines roared. In the cockpit, the captain and first officer watched the instruments carefully. Within moments, the Boeing 737 raced down the runway and lifted into the sky. Flight 210's route was clear and set. Lagos to Abuja, one of Nigeria's busiest domestic routes. First navigation point, Lagos VOR. After takeoff, the aircraft aligned to its en route track. Next, direct to Minna VOR, a major navigation beacon between Lagos and Abuja. Then, entry into Abuja terminal area and final approach for landing. Planned cruising altitude, about 28,000 feet, the safest and most fuel efficient. Before takeoff, the crew calculated everything. Trip fuel, about 3,251 kilograms needed for the 55-minute journey. Contingency fuel, plus 384 kilograms for turbulence and unexpected delays. Alternate fuel, plus 1,229 kilograms in case Abuja was closed and they had to divert. Final reserve, 614 to 717 kilograms to circle for 30 minutes if needed. Total fuel on board, about 6,400 kilograms. Technically, the aircraft was capable of handling an alternate route. The captain radioed, Lagos radar, Flight 210 requesting deviation due to weather. ATC replied deviation was possible, but they'd have to consider traffic and sector restrictions. The pilots assessed internally. Even after climb, about 5,000 to 5,200 kilograms would remain. Fuel was sufficient. Their experience told them the plane was fully controllable. So they decided to stay on the original route instead of diverting. It wasn't due to lack of fuel, it was a calculated judgment based on experience and aircraft control. As the plane flew on, the storm intensified. On the radar, green, yellow, and red patches appeared. Red meant severe thunderstorm, turbulence so dangerous it could be hard to control. The first officer pointed. "Sir, deviation to the north side is possible. We could bypass the storm." The captain was quiet for a moment, then said calmly, "We have enough fuel to reach Abuja comfortably. If we deviate now, our margin for alternate will reduce. Better to try to get through this corridor." Lagos ATC also issued a weather advisory. Bellview 210, be advised. Severe storm and lightning on the Mina route. Proceed with caution. The captain acknowledged, "Roger." But he did not officially request a route change. Slowly, the aircraft entered the storm. Cabin lights flickered. The seatbelt sign was already on. Outside, lightning lit up the whole window every few seconds, like a camera flash. Then the plane began to shake. First a light jolt, then a violent one. The first officer gripped the controls tightly. The captain said calmly, "Maintain normal attitude. Keep engine power steady. Don't fight the bumps. Let the aircraft ride it out." But the bumps only got worse. The plane was now at 28,000 feet, and the storm clouds were at the same altitude. Panic spread in the cabin. Faces turned pale. A flight attendant tried to calm passengers. "Please keep your seatbelts fastened. Don't panic. The aircraft is safe." But even her face was turning pale. Every few seconds, lightning flashed and the whole plane was bathed in white light. Some passengers screamed from the back, "Oh God, save us." Fear filled the cabin, but everyone's eyes were on the cockpit, believing those two pilots would get them through. In the cockpit, warnings kept beeping. First officer, "Captain, altitude is dropping fast." "Captain, increase throttle, nose up, we can get out of this pressure." Both pilots held the controls with all their strength. Their hands were sweating, but their eyes showed only one determination: save the aircraft. The plane was being tossed up and down through black clouds. Every drop felt like hearts were coming out of chests. Every rise, people grabbed each other. The captain thought to himself, "If I fail today, this will be everyone's last flight." For about 15 minutes of continuous shaking, the plane suddenly stabilized a bit. First officer, softly, "I think we're coming out of the storm." Captain, coldly, "No. This is the eye of the storm. The real hit is still coming." Then another lightning strike. The plane jolted so hard a passenger half rose from his seat and screamed. Chaos again in the cabin. Suddenly the aircraft began descending fast, altitude dropping every meter. 28,000 feet, 25,000 feet, 20,000 feet. Both pilots fought the controls with everything they had. 5,000 feet, 4,000 feet, 3,000 feet. Death was getting closer every second. Finally, ground appeared, a village drowned in darkness and a vast forest of trees. The captain's last murmur in the cockpit, "Oh God." And then, a massive explosion. News of the crash spread immediately. Nigeria's Aviation Authority and investigation agencies swung into action. At the crash site, scattered aircraft pieces, burnt seats, broken instruments. Everything testified to how horrific the accident was. The first priority, find the black box. After day and night searching, investigators found two key devices. 1. CVR, cockpit voice recorder, recorded pilot and ATC conversations. 2. FDR, flight data recorder, recorded all technical data of the aircraft. When the CVR was played, you could hear the pilot's anxiety in the storm. "Captain, we have fuel. We'll make it through." First officer, "The weather is getting worse, sir." Then warning beeps, engine sounds, and the captain's final call, "Hold everything." After that, silence. Months later, the final report stated the aircraft was completely trapped in the storm. The captain chose to go straight instead of taking an alternate route. Fuel was present, but preparation to change route and altitude to avoid the storm was not completed. A decision made on trust and experience ended up being the biggest mistake. Almost everyone on board lost their lives. Across Nigeria, the accident was etched into people's memories forever. Everyone asked the same question: could this accident have been avoided? And that's where the story of Bellview Airlines Flight 210 ends. Lagos, Nigeria's economic capital, was drowned in darkness. It was 8:35